Okay, I'm officially back with my boring opinion. And, well, it's been crazy the last couple of months. I missed a couple of months and, wow. So, a lot has happened since I posted my video last. In that last video, I don't remember when my last post was. I'll probably have to go back and check the date. So, I've been watching what's going on lately, and it's kind of very concerning. So we went from protesting the murder of George Floyd to sort of white shaming, if you will, within a matter of weeks. Because what's going on right now doesn't seems to be so far from what originally set it off, and I find it very interesting. Because now, what they're telling us is that being white is somehow bad. Like, if it's white, that means it's automatically racist. And if it's not, it's going to become racist. That is what the logic is. And they've even gone after statues. And even statues of and images of Jesus. See, this all began with... This has went so far from George Floyd that I think he's completely forgotten about by this point by these same people who originally started off protesting his death. Or murder. But this has nothing to do with him anymore. Now they're going after statues and they're white shaming people, and they're digging up bones from the past. Figuratively, of course. They're digging up bones from years ago. Something that somebody may have said years ago, 10 years ago, before any of this ever began, is now all of a sudden being criticized for being racist or whatever the case may be. Even if it was perfectly fine back at that time when it was said. I heard that Jenna Marbles, a famous YouTuber, well, I guess you guys know of it, she was, apparently one of her videos from like 10 years ago was, she was receiving a lot of, backlash out of a video from like 10 years ago, or something, and she was pretty much bullied into deleting her channel. I can't talk today. She was pretty much forced to, well, maybe not delete her channel, but quit YouTube. She was forced off of YouTube because of something that she did 10 years ago that's now probably considered racist. So statues and images of Jesus are now racist. And that is one step away from the Bible being racist, in my opinion. I believe that next thing you know, they're going to say that the Bible is racist because it talks about slavery. It doesn't make any sense. And they're going after images of Jesus, or modern images of Jesus, because he looks too white, like white Jesus. And they've gotten rid of, and they want to get rid of Jesus statues and Jesus pictures because of that. Now, I'd be fine with it if all they wanted to do was, if this was the church getting rid of all these images and statues of Jesus to kind of make it more biblical. But if all they're doing is kind of writing in the name of racism, this is racist, that's racist, everything's racist, then No, this is not about that. This is deeper than that. This is about white shaming people. This is about shaming people for being white. It's about shaming people for having so-called white privilege, which does not exist. Okay? Racism does exist. White privilege does not. In fact, you could probably name a handful of black celebrities off the top of your head right now. Black athletes, black successful people. Will Smith, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Sherman Hemsley, who plays George Jefferson on the Jeffersons. Let's see, who else? Muhammad Ali, James Avery. Well, that's Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's see, is it Alfonso? I don't think I can pronounce his last name. Carlton on Fresh Prince. Well, I don't guess he's that famous, is he? I don't know. Oprah Winfrey. Let's see. I mean, you could probably all kinds of people. So, once again, when I'm seeing these black successful people, especially black celebrities, black people who have made it big in life in the United States, who are doing much better than I am, you cannot convince me that white privilege is a thing because of this right here. Yes, racism is real, okay, but racism is not stopping anybody from being successful. It's just not. And I wonder how many of these black celebrities are actually buying into this white privilege nonsense. And then you have people apologizing because for being white, pretty much. And really, Black Lives Matter, that group, they do not fact check. Okay, they don't have all their facts straight. They will protest the death of a black person at the hands of the white cops before all the details are even released. All they need to know: black guy killed by white cop. And maybe it turned out. Maybe it would kind of turn out that it was justified, but Black Lives Matter would paint that person as a hero, a martyr for their cause. I seem to remember around, was it 2015, 2014? I don't remember her name, but there was this black woman, had to have been in her late 20s. She had, I believe, about 3 or 4 kids. The oldest had to have been about 3. They was all younger than 5. And she was teaching her kids to hate cops. And that woman, she ended up getting killed by the cops, presumably in self-defense. If that's what she's talking about. If I can remember her name, I would post a link in the description. I seem to have forgotten her name. But this was around 2014. You could probably look it up, and if you're looking at Black Lives Matter videos, you'll probably come across it. And if you look into it, you find the clip and everything. You see video clips of it. And Black Lives Matter made her out to be some sort of martyr. A hero made it sound like a good person. A woman who was teaching her children to hate cops. See? I mean, they don't have their facts straight. They just don't. So, that one incident I know makes me wonder how many other incidents are based on misinformation and they don't have their facts straight on that either. I mean, if you're gonna stand against something, an injustice like you see going on, you need to make sure you have all the facts straight. You need to make sure that there was no misunderstanding. You're not misunderstanding what you're seeing. You're not misinterpreting anything. You have all the facts straight. And everything's good. And you need to make sure that you can back up your points. You need to make sure that you can back up your claims. Racism is a very good cause to stand against. Nothing wrong with standing against racism, if that's all that this was about. But I don't think it is. There is more at stake than racism. This started off as protesting George Floyd, his murder, to becoming pretty much anti-white. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. And that's it for this video. Bye.